Love Soul Choir started quite a long time ago now. We're turning 16. No, we've turned 16 this year, 2025. But Love Soul Choir started because there was a bit of a gap in Southampton for choirs doing the types of things that we do at Love Soul, and it just felt like the right thing to do. We wanted to do something new, something fresh, have an audition group in the area to go out and put really high quality performances on. That's essentially why Love Soul Choir started. So we create all of the songs we perform at Love Soul Choir in-house, and that means we perform a huge variety of different songs, but every single song we do perform has its own unique Love Soul Choir flavour, whether it's a song by the Beatles, by Stevie Wonder, by Dua Lipa, by Coldplay. We make it unique, we make it bespoke, and you're not going to hear it anywhere else. Only Love Soul Choir will ever perform those songs. You do not have to read music to be part of Love Soul Choir. Everything we do is by call and response. So I'll teach a harmony line, singers will sing it back. And it's very, very creative that way. And it means that there's no expectation to read music. You just get involved, sing along. It's much more relaxed that way. Many people will say, you know, I'm a soprano, does this work? Where do I sit? We try and change the terminology at Love Soul Choir just to be a little bit more accessible. So instead of a soprano, we call it the high group. We have the melody group, a mid-low group, and a low group. And it's just trying to make the wording a little more friendly. We also don't like people to feel like they're stuck in boxes. So although you might generally sing a little bit higher, it could also be quite a nice chance to try something different as well. We don't want people to feel stuck. So yeah, we changed the terminology just to make it that little bit more accessible. So it takes new members about 3 months to get up to speed with the material. Actually, new members aren't allowed to perform for 3 months after they join, just to make sure that the quality we put out is always really, really high. Now, that is not an expectation. People don't need to be performing within 3 months. Some people take a little bit longer. Others really, really want to learn everything as quick as possible so they can perform as soon as their 3-month deadline comes up. But it's very individual. So, you know, if you wanted to spend a bit more time, that's fine. If you wanted to perform right when you hit that 3-month mark, that's also brilliant. But essentially it's making sure that you're up to speed with all the material to be able to confidently go out and perform, not with hesitancy. And that's what separates Love Soul Choir out from a lot of other groups. We want singers to be performing and bringing their A game rather than sort of mumbling through or trying to remember whether they're doing something or not. Like, that's what separates us out, really. So at a normal session, we often run through some previous songs to make sure that we're on top of those. We have quite a big back catalogue of material, and it means that we can perform a variety of different music throughout the course of the year, but it does also mean we need to keep on top of those songs regularly. And then we're always really learning new material, so we're always learning new songs for the year, just to make sure that things are fresh, and we're always looking for new challenges. So our song arrangements get more complicated year on year, the movement gets a little more complicated year on year, and it just means that when we get to our big theatre show at the end of the year, we can sort of showcase everything we've got, our best material to a sellout audience, which is a really, really empowering and an awesome experience. So yeah, sessions are full of learning, running songs, and a lot of connection too. We have a 15-minute of social time in the middle of every single session, and it's such an important part of the session. It's a chance for people to chat to each other, hang out, get to spend time with their friends, and just have a really nice and uplifting experience. We're a very, very active group in terms of performances, and we actually see that performances are also a really, really good way to bring people together. But also we have a number of other events throughout the course of the year too, so we're really keen to try and protect the planet that we live on. So we have our green plan in place, which means that we have 4 specific green events through the year. 2 of those are pick events, which are just great to bring people together. You can chat with other people whilst doing an activity that really can help you be present in the moment and mindful. And we also have a nature walk through the year, which again is what it is. You know, we go for a walk out in nature together, chatting, spending time, getting to know one another and connecting with the natural world around us. We also have a festive celebration at the end of the year to celebrate everything we've achieved. And throughout the year as well, there's all sorts of other things. People meet up individually and stuff just happens, and it's really lovely. But because we perform so actively, those performances sort of double up as social events. People can spend time together. We encourage car sharing, which is another way for people to bond, and just lots of different ways to bring the Love Soul Choir community together to have really connecting and uplifting experiences. So yeah, of course, when you're coming to a choir, you're performing as part of the group you're in, but it's also good to collaborate with other groups in the area too. Now, every couple of years, we collaborate with Sing Loud Choir and Sound Pop Academy. Sing Loud Choir are a community choir, Sound Pop Academy are a children's group, where we put on a big collaborative show at Mayflower Theatre, which is such an amazing experience. And actually, you end up feeling like you're bigger than your own group, which is actually quite an overwhelming and powerful experience. We have 400 singers on stage together, performing 3 songs together, and it's huge. Like, there's such an uplifting and connecting experience there that makes you feel so much bigger than what you're already part of, which is very special. Love Soul Choir are always available to book for different events, so we often perform at weddings, festivals, community events, charity functions, corporate functions, and our own theatre shows too. So we're always available to book, and we actually love performing at weddings. It's such a special experience. We also love performing at corporate functions, you know, when there's a big room of people that maybe aren't expecting entertainment and the big choir come out and perform to a really high standard. It's quite a special moment. So yeah, we're always available for bookings, and having a choir at an event can be something quite unique. So year on year, we're always trying to up the standard of Love Soul Choir, and for me, in 5 years' time, I just want to see that standard continue to grow. But quite honestly, more importantly, I just want the members of the group to just feel like they've found their space. Of course, the music and the singing is really important, but actually, for me, it's about the community aspect of what Love Soul Choir is too. I want every single member to turn up feeling like they can be their true, authentic self every single week, whether it's at an event, whether it's at our sessions every time too. It's just it's really important to me that Love Soul Choir is a safe space for people to be who they want to be, whatever that looks like. It's why we have our I'm an Ally program in place. It's trying to encourage members to self-reflect on issues such as race, neurodivergence, sexuality, whatever it is, so that people can genuinely feel actually accepted for who they are without judgment. And it's a really difficult balance to find, because we don't want to force anyone to do anything, and we're just trying to encourage people to think differently about certain situations. And that does actually, over time, it's been very gradual, but it's been amazing to see the culture of the group change so much. And it's such a lovely space already. And I can't wait to see how that continues to grow over the next 5 years. So as a member of Love Soul Choir, you have access to the members area, and the members area is on our website, and it gives you access to everything. You've got all the songs, all the harmony parts broken down. You've got access to high quality movement videos, so you can watch the movement as well and learn that in your own time. We also have our calendar on there, so you can see every single event throughout the course of the year. A store where you can buy Love Soul Choir merchandise, and a whole section dedicated to help and guide. So we've got loads of videos on there with different people talking about, you know, tips on how to become a better singer, or how to perform on stage, or facial expressions, or how to even learn certain dance moves. So it's all there for people to use on the members area, and it's such a useful and helpful resource that people love using all the time. So a lot of times people say they get lots of emails and letters and communication from people, and we're really mindful to try not to do that. So we always communicate by email, and we'll try and make sure we only send the important information out as we need to. When it comes to performances, we manage that entirely separately on its own designated website and app that you have access to, and that keeps performances and events totally separate. You'll get notifications if you want them, but you'll also be able to log in and see that stuff as well. So we're really mindful not to bombard people with stuff, but at the same time, we want to make sure people are informed and are connected with the community too. We have a private online Facebook group where we really foster that sense of community there, and we encourage discussion points, and we encourage different topics of things where people can share, and that's actually a really nice resource as well. So Love Soul Choir is for everyone. There is an audition process in place to ensure that our standard remains high, but if you have a physical disability or an impairment that means you're not able to actually physically do the move, of course we make adjustments. We like to make this really bespoke so that it's the right approach for an individual. We don't want to put a blanket rule out for everyone. We'd actually rather have a conversation about that to see what we can do to support people the best. So yeah, absolutely, Love Soul Choir is for anybody to come along to, and we're always open to discuss ways that we can make things work in the best way for any individual. So performing can be quite a daunting thing, but at Love Soul Choir we make sure it is the most uplifting and positive experience you can imagine. There are so many moving parts when we go out to different events, because every event is slightly different. The organising team might not necessarily be us at Love Soul Choir, which means that there might be lots of things changing, but that's not a member's problem. Like, that is on me. I make sure that I absorb all of that so that members can turn up, have a really calm and relaxed performance experience, do the job they need to do, and go home without any stress. For me, that's really important. I'm really calm on performance day. I don't think stress has a place in those moments because it just breeds like panic. And actually, I want people to turn up, feel relaxed, feel calm in what they've done to go out and put on the best performance possible. We work hard at rehearsals so that when we get to performances, it's second nature. We're not worrying about what we're doing when we get to a performance because we know it. We've done that hard work. So it just means it can be a genuinely uplifting, positive and empowering experience for everyone involved. So if you know anybody that would like to join Love Soul Choir, they would need to go through the audition process. And our audition process is around a 60% success rate. Now that feels harsh, but it just means that our standard just remains high. So we can't guarantee that friends and family will always pass that audition process, but they are of course more than welcome to apply. And they'll come along, meet me, and we'll go through the audition process and see how that all works out. But then of course they'll be welcome to try a session and then see if they want to get involved. So if you're unsuccessful in the audition process, of course you can re-audition, but we do advise that people give it a bit of time between, just to maybe spend some time sorting up on some skills and practicing some dance moves, things like that, to make sure that then potentially in a few months' time you'll be able to come back in a slightly different mindset and with a different set of skills. And we also encourage people to try other singing groups where maybe there isn't an audition process in place. Love Soul Choir is very unique in what we do, and actually finding a group where there's no audition, where you can just go along and have fun without the pressure, can actually be really the right thing for people. We're all about finding the right people for Love Soul, and that doesn't mean that everybody is necessarily going to be that. We want people to feel like they're empowered to go where they feel is right for them. So there's no commitment. If you join Love Soul Choir, you're not stuck in forever. Your membership can be cancelled at any time, you're not stuck. So if things in your life change, you need to move away, you get a new job, something happens, of course you can cancel your membership at any time, and that is it, job done. Although it would be very sad to leave you.